What's up, guys? Straight from the chest. My name is Justin Groth. Thank you guys for giving me your listening ear. Thank you for tuning in with me. If you're new to the channel, welcome, guys. And if the ones that are been with me forever since day one, podcast 001, thank you for your loyalty. Guys, this is a personal development podcast geared towards igniting you to be your best and unlocking the potential that lies dormant within most of us. And let's be honest, we're not bringing everything to the table most days. We're just not. Because we're locked into old patterns, habitual, just negative things that we're holding on to in our life habitually. These things are crushing us. They're crushing us. And they're keeping us from our full-fledged destiny, the potential that lies within us to deliver the legacy and to build up, to have the destiny that God created us for. That is our purpose on this planet. That's why I talk about it so much. So if you're in need, if you're dry, if you need to be quenched with the life-fulfilling purpose that is in your pathway, then please stay tuned and continue to listen to what I'm saying. Everything that I'm speaking on is from A, God, and B, from my experience. And I don't know, God gave me a little bit of wisdom at birth. I don't know how it came, but He gave it to me. He gave me just a touch. He didn't give me too much. He didn't give me too little. He gave me just the right amount. And I'm just now predicating on that. I mean, if I'm honest, it's been a few years. Well, actually, if I'm really honest with you, it started in grade school, but I just never really identified with it until a few years back. But guys, I'm on a pathway. I'm on a mission, just like you. I'm calling you to recognize your mission and not stay put. Not stay put in comfortability, not stay put in complacency. They'll rob you of your destiny, period. On another note, guys, on this podcast, we like to do a segment called We're Not Friends. And as the title entails, it's the shit that you do that make us not friends. In my opinion, this is from the lens of me. This is from through my lens, rather. Okay? These are my opinions, my perspectives. And hopefully they gain some enlightenment on your end, and maybe they make you laugh in the process. If not, just let it go. Not a big deal. Anyway, so coming in to this workout season, and I call it a season because I mean, fitness is my life. I'm a personal trainer. For those of you who don't know, I'm a bodybuilder, natural bodybuilder, meaning drug-free. That's what natural means. And the thing is with that, I have a propensity to want to train very intensely because I want to be bigger. I want to be better. I want to be leaner. I want to, it's a never-ending battle, right? And I say battle, but it's a never-ending healthy addiction. And so I was forced to take 4 weeks off because I kind of tore my pec a little bit and I forgot really what it was during, but it definitely didn't feel right. It limited my shoulder flexion. It limited some extension of the shoulder too. So I just called it off for a week, and then I didn't get any better. Call for another week. I just kept rehabbing it. And so anyways, I ended up taking 4 weeks off, which is probably a good thing because I haven't taken weeks off or even had really deload weeks in like a year and a half. And again, because I'm not natural and I can't recover as fast, I'm 35, I'm not 25 anymore. Things are a little bit different, not a whole lot different, but they're a little different. So all the while, I think it was a good transition out to recover and take that time to rest and actually live like a normal person. Because if you know any bodybuilders that are competitive and you know any people that really, really chase after their best version, it's not just in weightlifting. It encompasses their entire life. I don't know one bodybuilder that's successful that is disorganized in every other avenue of their life. Like, I just don't. If you're disorganized in your room, in your house, in your car, you're a shitty bodybuilder. You're probably a hoarder. You probably hoard feelings. You probably hoard emotions. You probably bottle things up. You can't let go of things. You're very messy. Like all of that all of that is not a true successful bodybuilder, because you have to be organized to be a professional bodybuilder. You just have to. You have to be organized and disciplined with your foods. You have to be organized and disciplined with your sleep and what you allow in and out of your life, period, if you want to be your best. And so that's something that has helped me to make me better, a better version, a more refined version. And so I'm kind of getting off on a tangent, but let me circle back to what I was trying to convey here. Getting back into the swing of things, oh my gosh, like the thing that I don't miss is being tight everywhere. I'm tight everywhere. And it is what it is. It comes on territory. I'm not complaining. It's just something that I don't miss. But, and I'm on like a bro split. This is, for anybody who knows lifting, a bro split is the easiest split ever. It's for pussies. It's easy. It's like legs one day, chest one day, back one day, shoulders one day, arms one day. Most of you guys are probably doing that. If you're doing that, okay, you're a newbie, beginner, I get it. Or you just don't really know all that much to begin with, or at this point in time in your lifting career, like stick with that. It's good. It's fine. It's good. Normally I'm doing upper and lower split, or I'll do a push-pull leg split or something like that. That requires me to work a little bit more in my sessions, allows me to take a day off in the midweek for rest and recovery, because I'm an old ass and I need it. But it's definitely something to take into consideration when you're going back in the gym, a bro split, because it's so easy, and you're only training for like 45 minutes basically to an hour. But it's a good routine to get back in the swing of things, or for beginners. Anyways, getting back in the swing of things though means that you're entering back into the culture of fitness, and you're entering back into communication with people in the fitness culture. And so this leads me to my point. We're not friends. If I ask you how many sets you got on a particular machine or the squat rack, and you say, "Oh, bro, I just got in here," or I don't know, I got 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's fine. If I ask you how many sets you got and you give me a definitive answer, that's fine. But the big point I'm trying to get at is, I guess what I'm trying to say is, no, we're not friends if I ask you, can I work in with you? And then you tell me, I got 3 more sets or 2 more sets. You're basically telling me, no, you can't work in with me, and that you're a prick, and that you don't care about my fitness too. Like, you can wait your turn. And I'm just in my head, I'm thinking, guy, why can't you just be a civil human being? Let me work in with you. But I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say, or I might say that. I might say, can I work in with you? And then when you say, I got 3 more sets or 2 more sets, whatever it is, that's like a slap in my face. I didn't ask you that. I asked you, can I work in with you? So that's the shit that I don't miss. I don't miss guys being pricks like that. And it makes me want to wrap you up, dude. It makes me want to wrap you up, dude. Like, so on the light end, we're not friends. On the hard end, you might get a couple hits. No, I'm just playing. I'm not like that. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But really, that's something that just digs at me. So you know that if I'm in your gym next time and I ask you how many sets you got, that really means AKA let me work in with you, Or I'm sorry, the other way around. If I say how many can I work in with you, that doesn't mean you tell me how many sets you got. You might see some right hooks real quick. Just play. But anyways, in the gym though, there's a lot of opportunities to deviate, right? There's a lot of opportunities to deviate. There's a lot of ways to compromise. If somebody's using your exercise, like I just pointed out, you can easily go to something else. And most of the time I do, because I don't want to wait for people. But if there's something that I really want to do, like I really want to do it, and I've been fixating on it all day, and it's something that I actually want to do to bring up some weakness in my area, or it's something that I really just know that this exercise, this movement, this machine, etc., is really going to help me hone in on the part that I want to build up bigger, better, stronger. And then I can't do it at the time that I wanted. There's two ways I can go about that. I can deviate. I can go to another movement, right? Come back to it, which is totally fine. It's totally fine. Or I can just wait it out. And I don't like to compromise, but I do in the gym because it's necessary, right? But it's just the gym. It's really just an exercise. It's really in the context of things and the future of things. It's not going to make or break me if I have to move from one end to another end of a certain exercise. And by the way, guys, just so you know, there's a little humming in the background. I didn't know there was going to be a carpet care service next door to my studio here, so that's happening. So you're hearing this humming noise coming from this carpet care service next door. So that sucks, but just hopefully it doesn't infiltrate the sound too much. But anyways, guys, so I don't like to compromise, but sometimes it's necessary, right? We have to compromise. And in exercising, again, it's not a big deal, but there's some things that you should never, ever, ever compromise for. And one of those things is your life's path, your destiny, what you were wired to do. That's something you should never compromise. Never. You should never deviate. You should never have a plan B ever, because plan B just gives you an enabling to have a weakness and have it actually short side out of something that's hard. That's something that's supposed to be your legacy, something that's supposed to be your exact career and display your gifts and the talents that God's given you. And you have a plan B to enable yourself to have a crutch. And I'm not for that. I'm not for the crutch life. I'm not for the crutch life. I'm not for you to be enabled. I'm not for you to be enabled to have a crutch out of something. You should have one plan. Some people will tell you, even business masteries will tell you, people that have a business mastery will tell you, you always want to have a plan B. You always want to have another set of plans that you go off of if something doesn't work out right with this. And I get it. Like, logically speaking, that makes sense. But all that tells me is you don't believe 150% in your ability at that point. So much so that you're making a plan B that, unbeknownst to you, subconsciously is probably gaining more traction over the plan A because it's a security blanket to lean on. Did you get that? It's gaining more traction than you know subconsciously because it's a security blanket to lean on. And if one thing's for sure that I know about the brain and stress, it hates it. And it does everything it can to deviate from stress, which is a good thing for you. But in the same token, it can be against you. And if you have a plan B, it's against you. Never, ever have a plan B, ever. You can say, Justin, that's illogical for you to say. You're not speaking consciously here. I don't care. Don't listen to me anymore. And my polished crap, but I'm not going to deviate. I'm not going to compromise. And the best part about it is you can't get me to. Because I'd rather lay down and die if I can't do everything that I can in my plan A, orchestration. If I can't do that, I don't want anything. Nothing. I don't want a plan B. I wasn't built for plan B. Neither were you. Whoever told you along the line that plan B is okay, is appreciable, check them. Check them. Do a background check on them even still. Check to see where they're at in life. Bet you they're weak and they're mediocre. And I'm nothing against mediocre people if they're happy. But check them and see if they're not further along if they want to, in terms of where they want to be in life. Bet you they're not, because they had a plan B. Because they had a security blanket. You need to cut the security blanket. You need to cut that security blanket. You need to torch every single one of your boats. Every single one. Plan A is it. That's it. That's what God gave you from the start. He didn't give you a plan B and C just in case this shit don't work out. You know why? Because he knows it's going to work out, but you got to trust in him. You got to give it all to him. You got to keep being disciplined and obedient to where he's guiding you. Or else, yes, this is going to fall off the rails. If it were up to you and in your timetable, it'd fall off the rails. But you aligning yourself with God, with his purpose over your life, you'll see that you don't need a plan B. You'll see all of the makings and the fruits and the passion in the plan A. You won't need a plan B. Plan B, what? That's foreign. I don't know anything else. I don't know anything else but this right here. That's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing on this podcast. No matter who hears it, I'm doing this for free. I'm giving you information, experience for free. I'm getting on this podcast every single, probably other day right now at this moment, and I'm doing it for free because I value my craft. Because nobody's holding my hand doing this. Nobody's saying this is what you have to talk about this day. I don't go off an addendum or a timeline. I do this because I value what I do. I do this because I value my craft in speaking. What do you value? That's your plan A. What you value the most. What's a God-given innate ability. That is your plan A. Plan B is for the weak. Plan B is for the frail. Plan B should not exist. Period.